Good Sunday morning. Good Sunday morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, y'all can't hear me. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I see you P2 Raw Chef JJ, Mama Bees, Sweet Pea, Mocha Drop, Gigi. I see y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna let the people come on in. As y'all come on in, we're gonna make a few church announcements, and then we're gonna get into the spill of everything. Okay. So today we're gonna be talking about, or I'm gonna be giving y'all an update on Shanquella Robinson, Miss Sonya Massey. Justice was served. The man did not get off. We got to talk about that. He was sentenced to 20 years. And then we have to talk about this coward on the far right of this thumbnail. A straight up coward. Okay. We talked about him texting that 14-year-old girl and the brother finding out about it. Well, he chose the cowardly way out. He decided to unalive himself. So we're going to talk about that coward as well. But before we get there, all right, I have a special announcement for everybody. I am going to post this on my community wall. I'm going to post it here first. All right. So, baby, y'all have asked, 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 and I am here to deliver. All right. So, we are going to be doing some cooking classes and courses over on Zoom every Sunday. All right, except for today. We will start on the 8th. All right, so secure your spots because once I make this post on YouTube, once I make it on Instagram, and once I make it on Facebook, I guarantee you the classes are probably going to fill up. You can, if you can't make it next week, you can schedule for the week after that or the week after that. Okay. The classes are just $30 per session. um our first session, we're going to be cooking. I'm going to be showing y'all the best way to make a good steak. Okay, we're going to make some creamy pasta. If you don't eat red meat, I'm going to also show you a good way to make some chicken as well. Okay, so we have several options, but I want y'all to go ahead and book it and reserve your spot. It is $30 and it will be every Sunday. And we'll do it earlier on Sunday. And then also too, you do not have to actually be on camera to attend the class. If you want to take notes, if you want to go back and watch the video later, you also have the option to. But a lot of people have been asking for cooking classes and different stuff like that, so I want to be able to give that to you all. I'm going to teach you techniques on how to cook things, how to plate, and some other things as well. So reserve y'all spot today. All you have to do is scan the QR code. Now, people say, how am I supposed to scan the QR code if I'm looking at the QR code on my phone? Well, you take a screenshot, okay? And then you go to your photographs, you click on the QR code, and you open up the QR code. Just that easy. hmm Very, very easy. So you take a screenshot, you go to the screenshot. After you take the screenshot, you hold down the QR code, and it should allow you to open up a new window. Okay. So go ahead and book your spots. The classes are limited. There are 25 spots for each class, and that's it. Okay, 25 spots are only available. Okay, so hope to see y'all at the cooking class. We're gonna have a good time. Y'all know we're gonna laugh. Y'all know we're gonna kiki. We're gonna have a good time. So I hope to see y'all there. All right. Who gonna book that spot? Who gonna book that spot? I know y'all still waking up. Who gonna book that spot? I'ma ask. Who gonna book that spot? Hey, Mama B. Bama girl. Hey, Lee. Hey, everybody coming in. Who gonna book that spot? That's what I want to know. Anybody gonna book that spot? Book your spot, honey. Book your spot. Book your spot. Okay. So I see you Time Out Sports Podcast, Sweet Pea, um, um, Miss Halter. I see you. Let's see who else up in here that I didn't speak to yet. Bama girl, I think that's it. Yeah, listen, it's a fun opportunity for us, for people that don't know how to cook, get in the kitchen, show you how to whip up a few things here and there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go ahead and get into the things of the things of the things. I want to start with the coward because yeah, I don't got a lot of time for this fool. So I don't know if y'all remember a couple of weeks back, we talked about this man that is on the screen. That he was texting a 14-year-old girl, calling her beautiful and saying that, if she missed the bus, he would take her to school and all of these other things that a counselor at a school should not be doing. An adult should not be doing this. Okay. He was a counselor down to the school in this girl's Instagram DMs. That is wild and crazy. And let's keep it all the way on that wow. If he did it to her, he did it to multiple girls. And that's why I think he unalived himself, because he couldn't have taken the smoke that he was going to get, because once they found out what he was doing with that one girl and they went on down the hole with things and they see what he did to the other girl, I think it was inevitable that he didn't just do it to one person. Okay. He didn't just do it to one person. So let's get into it. Oh, by the way, for the cooking classes, you will receive your cooking, or you will receive your oh bitch, you won't come in here and disrespect Shanquella. Get the fuck out of here on this good. So now I cuss your bitch ass out. Get that mofo out of here real quick. Thank you, IPV. I appreciate it. And you done lost your mind. Ain't nobody coming in here disrespecting Shanquella. Okay? Or Miss Massey for that matter. You ain't coming in here doing it. So mods, if you see these disrespectful trolls, please get them out of here. All right, so let's read this right quick. Okay, so a guidance counselor at Westdale Middle School who was placed on leave earlier this month was found dead Wednesday at the vacant campus of Glen Oaks Middle School after a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to the coroner. The suicide came the day that Baton Rouge police issued a arrest warrant for Quentin Dixon, who is 44, on 4 counts of indecent behavior with juveniles, a felony. Dixon was placed on leave from his job on January the 15th after the East Baton Rouge Parish School System received a series of suggestive messages Dixon allegedly sent to a 14-year-old girl who had previously been a student at Westdale Middle School. Baton Rouge police confirmed that a suicide occurred at Glen Oaks Middle School, a mostly demolished 19-acre campus at 5200 Monarch Avenue, and that it occurred outdoors. The East Baton Rouge Parish Coroner's Office confirmed that Thursday that the person found there was Dixon and that it was a suicide, but released no additional information. The parish school system also released a statement. We extend our condolences to the school community, family, and loved ones as they process this information during this difficult time, according to the statement. Out of respect and privacy for the students and the integrity of the ongoing matters, we are unable to share additional details about the employee. I'm not wishing him well. Are you crazy? Wishing him well, wishing him well, wishing him well, not wishing him well. Sorry. Sorry to your family. A school official said that Dixon was still officially on leave when he died on Wednesday. Dixon had been a school district employee since August of 2022. Dixon's employment and legal troubles began after someone anonymously posted on social media several messages that Dixon allegedly sent to an unnamed 14-year-old girl. The same individual also um, the same individual also shared those messages with the school system, which responded by placing Dixon on leave, and with the police, which launched an investigation. Wednesday's arrest warrant accused Dixon of sending the former Westdale Middle School student a series of Instagram messages between November and early January. Messages consistent with grooming behavior and pursuant of an intimate relationship with a minor victim. In the warrant, police said that they made multiple unsuccessful attempts to get in touch with Dixon on his cell phone. In the messages, Dixon asked the girl if she has a boyfriend, tells the girl how attractive she is, and hints that the two should develop a romantic relationship. The warrant stated that the girl told authorities that the messages began after Dixon saw her walking home from school and stopped his vehicle to talk to her, requesting her contact information. That's some sick shit. Sir, go to hell. Go to hell. I mean, what y'all want me to say? Go straight to hell, sir. Y'all want me to say something? What y'all want me to say? I can't put it on subscriber only mode right now. I'm not in front of my computer. Um, what's T? Uh, y'all, I don't feel no ways tied about this man. Okay, you are a coward. You are a coward, and y'all are sick. I don't understand what men, women, what do y'all see in children? How do you get a hard on or even entertain a child? I will never be able to wrap my mind around that. All this free ussy and dingling out here and bussy, and you mean to tell me that you are searching for a 14-year-old, or you find a 14-year-old attractive? What? I will never get it. Sick individuals that you deserve a place in hell. And sir, I will be glad when you get your one way or your round trip ticket straight to hell. Okay? You know what? You're a coward because you couldn't take the heat, because I know you didn't just do this to one girl. I know you didn't just do this to no one girl. You was way too comfortable approaching that 14-year-old girl. You've been doing this with all the girls down there to the school. And so I'm glad that you're gone. I'm glad that you took your life. Now go straight to hell where you belong. You have a seat right next to the devil. Bitch. Sick bitch. And that go for any sick somebody out here that wants to go after children. You nasty. All right, let's get into Miss Sonya Massey. Um, she did receive justice. That man was sentenced to 20 years in prison. But let's get into it, honey. Springfield, Illinois. A former Illinois sheriff deputy was sentenced Thursday to 20 years in prison for fatally shooting or powing Miss Sonya Massey, a black woman who had dialed 911 to report a possible uh, intruder outside of her home. Sean Grayson, who is white, was convicted in October of second-degree unaliving in a police brutality case that prompted that prompted protests, I'm sorry, over systematic racism and led to a U.S. Department of Justice inquiry. Grayson, who is 31 years old, testified at trial that he feared Massey was about to scald him with a pot of steaming hot water that she had removed from the stove. Sir, the fact that you went and testified to that lie, look how far you were from that lady. You knew that lady wasn't gonna scald you with no water, sir. uh, okay, anyway, Grayson, who has been incarcerated since he was charged, received the maximum possible sentence. He requested, or I'm sorry, he apologized in court saying that he wished he could bring Massey back and spare her family the pain that he caused. His attorney sought a sentence of 6 years, noting that Grayson has late stage colon cancer that has spread to his liver and his lungs. What you want us to do about it? I made a lot of mistakes that night. There were points when I should have acted and I didn't. I froze, Grayson said. I made terrible decisions that night. I'm sorry. Massey's parents and two teenage children who lobbied for the maximum sentence said that their lives had changed dramatically since her death. Her children said that they had to grow up without their mother, while Massey's mother said that she lived in fear. I cry every day, Massey mother Donna Massey said. I'm afraid to call the police in fear that I might end up like Sonya, she told the court. State's attorney John M., I'm not going to try to say his last name, argued that Massey would still be alive if someone else from the sheriff's department had responded to her 911 call. It goes on to also say that Sonya Massey death rocked her family, but it rocked the community, it rocked the country, State's Attorney John M. said. He also says that we have to do whatever we can to ensure it never happens again. The family reacted with a loud cheer, yes, after the judge, Ryan Cadigan, read the sentence, and he of course, for the outburst, the judge, told him to calm down with the outburst, right? So it also goes on to say, yeah, he didn't get enough time, in my opinion, either. I don't know why the trolls is up in here today. I have no clue, but thank you, mods. 20 years is not enough, but they did what they could do. Massey's 16-year-old daughter, Summer, told reporters after the hearing, with a day shaved off of his sentence for every day of good behavior plus credit for nearly 19 months already spent behind bars, Grayson could be released in under 8.5 years. It goes on to say in the early mornings of July the 6th of 2024, Massey, a 36-year-old single mother who struggled with mental health issues, summoned emergency responders because she feared that there was someone outside of her Springfield home. According to body cam footage, Grayson and Sheriff Deputy Dawson Farley, who was not charged, searched outside Massey's home before meeting her at her door. Massey appeared confused and repeatedly said, "Please, God." The deputies entered her home. Grayson noticed the pot on the stove and ordered Farley to move it. Instead, Massey went to the stove, retrieved the pot, and teased Grayson for moving away from the hot pot of steaming water. From this moment, the exchange quickly escalated. Massey said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Grayson drew his side armor and yelled at her to drop the pot, I would assume. She set the pot down and ducked behind a counter, but she appeared to pick it up again. That's when Grayson opened fire, shooting, pow-powing Massey in her face. Convicted of downgraded charges at trial, Grayson was charged with 3 counts of first-degree unaliving, which could have led to a life sentence, but a jury convicted him of a lesser charge. Illinois allows for a second-degree unaliving conviction if evidence shows the defendant honestly thought that he was in danger, even if that fear was unreasonable. Massey's family was outraged by the verdict. Um, the justice system did exactly what it's designed to do today. It's not meant for us, her cousin Shantae Massey said after the verdict. On Thursday, the same cousin said that he was thankful. Sante, excuse me, I said Shantae. Sante, it's Sante Massey. On Thursday, the same cousin said that he was thankful that he said in a very long, we have a very long way to go to eliminate this environment that perpetrated create. Okay, I think they messed up with his statement. Anyway, moving on. I think we kind of knew what happened. I think we kind of knew what happened. But let me get into this because this is a key point here. Massey's unaliving raised new questions about U.S. law enforcement powwowings of Black people in their homes. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump negotiated a $10 million settlement with Sonoma County of Massey's relatives. The case also generated U.S generated a U.S. Justice Department inquiry that was settled when the county agreed to implement more de-escalation training and collect more use of force data. The sheriff who hired Grayson was forced to retire, and the case prompted a change in Illinois law requiring fuller transparency on the backgrounds of candidates for law enforcement jobs. All right. That's the end of that. Um, I do believe he should have received some more time. I will say that. I do believe he should have received some more time. But I am grateful that he did receive some time. Um, because it could have went another way. You know, we it's often that we unfortunately see a lot of people don't um they just don't receive the hold on. Okay. Oftentimes people just don't receive the justice. And so I am grateful that he is in prison for the next 8.5 years, 20 years, however long he's there. I'm glad he's there. But I do agree with the family. I do think he should have got more time. I do think that. All right, let's get into our next piece of things, honey. Let's get into our next piece of things, which is going to be none other than Shanquella Robinson. Um, One of the things that I must say is that you guys know that I have forever um, used my platform to be a voice for what happened to Shanquella Robinson. I think that's how a lot of people found me. Is through through the Shanquella Robinson of it all. If you go through my YouTube channel, there are numerous videos of Shanquella Robinson because this really touched home. Shanquella felt like a sister to me when this unfortunate situation happened to her. The Cabo Six, some slow. Oh, I just, mm, I will forever say this. I just want them to receive the best street justice that ever existed. I'm so tired of going back and forth. Y'all realize this happened in October of 2022. This happened in October of 2022. And I just think it is ultimately crazy where we are with this case. I think it is crazy where we are with this case. Um, yeah, I think this is crazy. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, let me just give you guys a update, okay? So Miss Salamandra Robinson, which is Shanquella Robinson's mother, and her sister They are suing, but they were suing the Cabo Six because, as you guys know, the feds decided not to pursue charges or anything like that. That happened in 2023, I think. Um, yeah, I think it happened late in 2023, where Charlotte, North Carolina came back and said we will not be pursuing any federal charges on the Cabo Six. All right. So what they decided to do is they decided to file a lawsuit, also suing the federal government, also suing the FBI, and the judge dismissed the FBI and the federal government from the lawsuit. Well, because that happened, the federal court has no longer has any jurisdiction over the lawsuit anymore. They have no jurisdiction. They have no say so on anything because the FBI and the government was removed from the particular lawsuit. So here we are today with some 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 more news. Okay, so here we go. And I don't know. I've seen a lot of people kind of get giddy and excited about this news, but I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. After I read this, then you'll understand why I'm not giddy about this news. I'm just not. I want somebody to knock the out of them. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. This is bullcrap. But here we go. A federal judge has sent part of the civil lawsuit connected to the death of a Charlotte woman, Shanquella Robinson, back to Mecklenburg County Superior Court, ruling that federal court no longer has jurisdiction over the case. The judge ordered the case um, um, remanded after determining that only state law claims remain against the individual defendants who traveled with Robinson to Mexico, where she died in 2022. The Tuesday ruling follows the court's earlier dismissal of the federal claims against the FBI and the U.S. State Department. The lawsuit was originally filed in Mecklenburg County in October of 2024. I was right. Okay, I was right. By Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson. It was later moved to federal court after the FBI and State Department removed the case, citing that federal jurisdiction based on the claims brought under the Federal Tort Claim Act and the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA. It goes on to say that the judge ruled that once those federal claims were dismissed, the court no longer had subject matter jurisdiction to continue hearing the remaining causes of action, which include wrongful death, negligence, battery, conspiracy, and emotional distress under North Carolina's law. The decision means that the civil lawsuit against the six people Robinson traveled with to Cabo San Lucas, often referred to as Cabo Six, will proceed back in state court. The defendants have denied wrongdoing, and several have sought dismissal, arguing arguing the case belongs in. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, Wait, the defendants have denied wrongdoing, and several have sought dismissal, arguing that the case belongs in Mexico rather than in North Carolina. So, in case if y'all didn't know, I want to say the majority of them filed the notice to have them. I don't know why they would have wanted to be charged in Mexico. I don't know what attorney told them that probably was the best idea for them to have. But anyway, they wanted to be charged in Mexico instead of in North Carolina. Now, here's the thing. Imani Green, who is also Dejanay Jackson, y'all know she changed her name to Imani Green, right? So she says, and in her response to the lawsuit, she says that she was acting in self-defense and that Shanquella was real drunk, and so they're still going with this alcohol poisoning storyline, which At this point, everybody knows it's not real, but she tells them that basically, um, Shanquella Robinson was rah-rah that day, and she was acting in self-defense. So that's the latest on what she has told the judge. So I don't know if the judge has dismissed her from the claim yet or not. I check periodically to see what the responses are. I haven't seen anything yet, but y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all in the know of that. But give me just 1 second. Let's finish this. Robinson 25 died while vacationing in Mexico on October the 29th of 2022. Mexican authorities later classified her death as a femicide and issued a arrest warrant, although no one has been extradited or criminally charged in the United States. A viral video that surfaced weeks after her death appeared to show Robinson being beaten in a villa where the group was staying. In a federal lawsuit, Robinson's family accused the State Department of failing to forward any extradition request and alleged that the FBI's conduct, uh, they it just wasn't it. It wasn't it. They also said that the investigation and improperly withheld public records. The judge dismissed those claims in June of 2025. I read that to you guys, finding them buried by sovereign immunity and jurisdictional limits, leaving only state charges against the individual defendants. I'm going to tell y'all something. Please listen to me and hear me out. Y'all, do y'all really want to know how I feel about this? Do you really want to know the truth? Y'all want to know the truth? It's probably gonna hurt y'all. Probably gonna hurt your gut. It's probably gonna hurt your gut. And as someone who I told y'all, I felt like Shanquella was like a sister, bro. Like, I don't think the state is going. I think the state is going to dismiss the Cabo Six. I do. I do. Because of the simple reason the state moved to not file any charges in the beginning or any of that, and it's being sent back to the lower court. To me, I don't think. Again, y'all, I'm not. What I wish would happen is, of course, the obvious, right? But for me, I just don't believe that the state is going to go full throttle with these charges. I don't. Because of the track record of this entire case. And again, it's that's not me wishing or hoping something different. I don't feel like the state is going to. When I read that and I saw that they were going back to court, y'all have to remember that the lawsuit was filed in the original court that it's going back to. Charlotte's wing of the FBI specifically said that they will not charge the Cabo Six. Now, with this particular lawsuit, I my hope is that my hope is that it will go where it needs to. But also too, y'all, I just don't see mm, that it hurts my soul to say that too. It hurts my soul to say that, but I don't see those charges actually sticking in the state of North Carolina. I don't see it. I don't see it. Um, and I could be wrong. I could definitely very well be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I definitely hope I'm wrong. Right? I hope I'm wrong. But just seeing how they've moved, yeah, I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. Yeah. Sucks. Definitely sucks. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it. I I want the Cabo Six gone. I do. I want every last one of them gone. There's no way that this should have ever happened to Shanquella. Ever. It shouldn't happen to anyone. So before y'all get in my comments, because I know a lot of people will get in my comments. If anybody understands this case, it will be me, because I listen. We've talked about this. Y'all know we've talked about this. We've even talked about the evidence. We talked about that fake journalist, that Mexico journalist dude that got all that money off of them people and never did what he was supposed to do. Y'all remember him? Remember he was over there on Patreon taking them folk money, and never ever 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 that man still ain't came back on Patreon to give us what we needed. So again, the system is not, it's not built for us. It's not built for us. This is unfortunate. We are going into the fourth year. October of this year will be the fourth year. And so I just, with everything going on in the country, they might send them back to Mexico just cause. I don't see that happening. Not even with immigration and deportation and stuff at as the highest. I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Um, the one thing that I dislike about this entire thing, the one thing I really dislike about this entire thing is how disingenuous and how black reporters, listen, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, I have been extremely pissed at how people choose to cover this case, because the false information, what for? I don't know if y'all have seen, there has been so many people that have literally falsified everything. Like everything is false. It's horrible. The things that people have done in regards to this have really pissed me off. I told y'all I got into it with this lady on Instagram because she talking about, yeah, they done picked up Dejanay Jackson. Girl, that's not even her, well, it's her name, but that's not what she's going by anymore. She's going by Imani Jackson. Nowhere did that lady say that in the video. She didn't say her new name is Imani Jackson. She didn't do any of that. So if you're going to report on Shanquella, report the truth. We we've seen interviews with her dad. We've seen interviews with her mom. What I say? What I said? It's actually spelled E. It's actually spelled with an E. Time Out Sports Podcast. It's spelled with an E. Um, but I have just been really angry on how people choose to approach this situation and not get the facts straight. I think we dealt with that when it first happened. We dealt with a lot. People were going back and forth. There were people saying that they went to school with Shanquella and they knew these individuals, and they knew that, okay, Khalil was her only friend. The rest of them she didn't really know like that. And we have heard some of everything, but I hate the fact that people do not do their due diligence in reporting on this case like they should. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, I said Jackson because of her last name. My bad. My bad. My bad. Imani Green. My bad. My bad. It's Imani Green. I think I did say Imani Jackson. Imani Green. Um, Time Out Sports Podcast. Now you have been saying that since the beginning, so I believe you. But some of these people weren't telling the truth. Like some of these people were getting up for clicks and views, talking about they know such and such. Like at one point, I don't know if y'all remember. Do y'all remember that live where someone came up on the live stream and was like, "We know Shanquella Robinson's family. My daughter went to school with her with Shanquella and the Cabo Six, and I know some information." And y'all remember we was in the chat saying, if you know information, Won't you give it to the proper authorities instead of keep saying it in the chat? Like, do y'all remember that? Some of y'all that been with me since we've been talking about this situation, y'all probably remember it. Some of y'all that probably weren't here, you probably wouldn't remember that. But there was an entire live stream, and I think I took it down. I think I took it down because I was just like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be that person that they come back and say, oh, well, on your channel they said blase, 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 or blah, 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 blah. I don't want that to be the case. So I have always tried to report on this with dignity. I've tried to report on it with integrity. Um, I don't know about y'all, but Shanquella feels like a sister. I didn't know Shanquella. I didn't know her mom. I didn't know her dad. I don't know her sister. I don't know anything about any of those people, but Shanquella felt like a sister to me. It felt like a story of a sister, like. And then I don't know if y'all remember this too. The same time that Shanquella Robinson passed away, because I'm gonna tell y'all how this came about. One day I think I can't remember if I was scrolling on social media or something. Something happened. And I actually seen this story about three individuals that were also in Cabo St. Lucas that passed away as well. Well, when I heard about Shanquella, I thought Shanquella was a part of the three individuals. And if y'all go on my page, you probably got to go some years back. This was about 2-3 years ago. It was in 2022, of course. Um, there were three individuals that were also in Mexico, Cabo St. Lucas, and they also were found dead at the villa. So I thought Shanquella was a part of this. So shout out to Gerald Jackson of the NC Beat. I had saw that he had posted a standalone video about Shanquella Robinson, and he was one of the first people to get the actual video of what they did to her. So in the process of me doing that, I reached out to Gerald. I said, hey, do you mind coming on the platform and speaking about this? Because I was under the impression that Shanquella was a part of the three other individuals that died in Cabo St. Lucas, but they died the same weekend. It was the same weekend. But they died from carbon monoxide poisoning, according to the to the reports. They died from carbon monoxide poisoning. But I didn't find that out until, of course, after that. So we did a video. I think we got about 33,000 views on that particular video. Folks start, really, you know, being invested in what happened to Shanquella. I started getting really invested in it. And then on down the line, the Mexico government started releasing evidence such as the actual autopsy that they did. They released the information about every individual that was in that villa. They released information about what these fools did. Do y'all know that these clowns, after they did what they did to Shanquella, left her at that villa, told the concierge that they needed to go eat, got dressed like these son of a bitches got dressed like they were going to eat, girl, went to the airport and left Cabo St. Lucas and left Shanquella in Cabo St. Lucas. It don't get no nastier than that. Y'all know y'all unalive this girl, lied to get your way back into the States. And these folk don't want to file no charges on y'all because y'all literally intentionally, and then allegedly, and these are also in the court documents, that they used Shanquella's money to get back home. Because y'all know good and well, if you traveling to Mexico and you supposed to be there from today to next Thursday, and you come back home Tuesday, you gonna have to pay. Uh-huh. Am I right or am I right? If you cut your trip short, you're going to have to pay. You can't tell me that them folks had thousands of dollars on them to get back. And then you got that bum nigga, what was his name? Malik. Malik lying ass gonna sit up here and sing. Talking about he sung Summer Walker to her while she was outside by the pool, and he was wondering what was going on with her. She would listen. I'm going to always feel a way about this. And I don't think anybody. It's just some. That was Nazir. Thank you. That was Nazir. Child, I don't forgot these folk. You know, who they did and what they did. That was Nazir. Talking about he was singing Summer Walker at the pool to Shanquella. But according to the Mexican, um, the EMS folks, she had already she was already gone. Then remember they said another thing was that something happened in the bathroom. She hit her head in the bathroom or something like that. They came up with all kinds of stuff. But if you slow them videos down, even when they ate on Friday night, or I don't know if it was Friday night, I'm just saying Friday night, but the night that they got there, when they was eating, remember the chef even said that he noticed something different with Shanquella. The chef even said it. When he came back the second day, the chef even said it. That he felt like she was different. At this point, I want these people to get what they deserve. And they do not deserve to be free on this earth. I told y'all I don't want them to even go piss and be comfortable. I hope when they go piss, I hope it burns so bad that y'all like this is I pray for uncomfortableness when it comes to the Cabo Six. I pray when you go take a shit, it hurt. I pray when you go piss, it hurts so bad that you just I do. I pray y'all don't ever have a sleep. I pray y'all don't ever have a night of sleep, a peaceful sleep. I pray all of those things. And yes, I said pray those things. Do sorry, Lord, work on me. But this that's how I feel. They don't ever deserve, they don't ever deserve to be able to be free. They have been able to celebrate holidays. They have been able to celebrate birthdays. They have been able to be around their family. Where Miss Salamandra Robinson cannot celebrate her daughter. They can't sit at the table at Thanksgiving and give thanks for the fact that they are yet breathing and alive. They cannot do that anymore. It changes your life forever when something like this happens. So that's another reason why I refuse. I know that there's a lot of people out here. They want to go in on Miss Salamandra Robinson, and they want to go in on Shanquella's sister, and y'all know it comes with the territory, right? But I have always tried to be respectful when it comes to Miss Salamandra Robinson, when it comes to Shanquella's sister, when it comes to her dad. I have always tried to be respectful. There were a few people that got into their personal affairs, they family affairs, and I refuse to do that because I can already tell they are having a hard time. That baby is no longer here. So I'm not going to go make things hard by being disrespectful, being rude, or constantly asking questions or constantly I'm not interested in that. But I do absolutely want Cabo 6. I want y'all. Okay, who ain't nobody in Charlotte? I got a couple homies in Charlotte, and I know they got a couple homies. Okay, where the homies at? I mean, what a school? What are homies at, y'all? Like, I have to say that we're in 2026. This happened in October of 2022. Where are the homies? Because that first little tail whooping that we suspected that a few of them received, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So yeah, I'm really passionate about this Shanquella Robinson story. And I think if you've been following me, you know that I'm passionate about this. But I don't have faith in the lower courts, in the state court, about what they are going to do. I don't have the faith. I feel like it's just not going to. It's yeah. I have no faith, to be honest. As they should go on and live their lives, remember that they have left general curses. They people, God is always watching. I hear what you're saying, IPV. I hear what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. And Lord, you know I love you. I love you, Lord. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. I love the but Lord, in this one, I'm begging you to just, Lord, ooh, please don't get me, Lord, but I'm begging you to just move a little quicker. Move a little quicker, Jesus. Please, please, I am begging you. That is my prayer. Just move a little quicker. Just move a little quicker on these bum folks. I can't. I can't. I can't. But I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it. I do know that, like I said, I don't have an update on the Imani Green. What she did do was she did respond to the lawsuit. All of them have responded, I think, at this point. She responded to the lawsuit. And again, she's Imani Green. What I call Imani Jackson? Imani Green. Imani Green. Again, the last thing she said was is that she was. It was all in self defense. That Shanquella had drunk and a bad, amount of liquor. And again, they're still trying to go with that thing that they told Miss Salamandra Robinson. And that's another thing. Khalil, you the main one. You the main one. Khalil Cook, you are the main one. And then it's Imani Green, Dejanay Jackson. You the main one because you was the best friend that got Shanquella on this trip. You was the best friend that stood and recorded your best friend being beaten. Bitch, there is a place for you. Straight in hell. Yeah, yeah. Every time I think about this, every time you were supposed to be there, you were supposed to be her best friend, and you stood there and you recorded it, and you never stepped in for your best friend. I don't want no friends like that, yo. I don't want no friends like that. I don't want no friends like that, bro. Like, what? You never step in the gap for me, not once. Yeah, yo. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't. I can't. Let me give you guys some other news. In case if y'all don't know, the Lord have mercy, I lost my train of thought. SNAP benefits. Y'all do know we are in a partial government shutdown. In case if y'all did not know that, we are in a partial government shutdown. Hopefully it'll be over really, really soon. Hopefully it'll be over tomorrow, if not by this week. But we are in a partial government shutdown, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't go further. But I wanted to say this to all of you who are receiving SNAP benefits or food stamps. All of those requirements or the change of requirements go into effect today, which is February the 1st. Okay. So keep in mind that you may want to check your state website. You may want to check everything like that just to make sure. But they are changing the guidelines as well. Now, I do believe that includes, I remember them saying that they don't want you to purchase junk food and stuff like that on food stamps and stuff like that. So I think that's also included as well. But just double check what is happening in your area so that you are in the know of what's going on. Okay. Um. Okay, so there's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about really quick too. Um. First and foremost, it's Sunday, honey. Let's pass that collection plate round. Okay, it is Sunday. It is 8:24, honey. Let's pass that collection plate around. And the mods also say get them likes up. Okay. Rest in peace to Catherine O'Hara. Y'all know the mother in Home Alone. She died at the age of 71 a few days ago. Um, I had just that was crazy because I had just seen something the other day on YouTube where they were talking to all of the Home Alone people. I want to say that's probably around Christmas of last year. So may she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? The judge has ordered uh, the 5-year old little boy to be released. The judge actually ordered for him and his father to be released from South Texas, where they are. Um, no one said no one said Kevin like her. um, Lord have mercy. What am I about to say? Oh, the little boy. So the judge ordered for the 5-year-old little boy to be released from the detention center or wherever they're housing them at. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett because I don't think that would have happened without Jasmine Crockett going and actually visiting those sites to give us what is actually going on at those sites. So shout out to Jasmine Crockett. Um, Gone are the days of the $1 buffet. Buffets are now $175 in Vegas. That's why ain't nobody visiting y'all. Y'all gonna be shutting them buffets and them hotels down soon. Keep playing with people. That's why. So the awards was actually we were actually gonna do the awards. The first place we were doing the awards was Vegas, but baby, no ma'am, not the price of the rooms, not the price of these buffets. Are y'all crazy? $175 for a buffet? I'm not never getting up off that table. I'm standing at that table the entire time I'm on vacation for $175. I'm not gonna never get up. I'm gonna eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole 4 days I'm in town. Child, Jesus, Mocha drop $175 for a damn thing for a buffet. Now I'm gonna tell you something already. Okay. Let me tell y'all. So I had a cousin who was married to this white man who worked in oil and gas, big money. Okay, big money, big money, big money. And baby, um, she used to always call me and say, "Hey, I gotta go to Vegas and work for a couple days. You want to come with me?" And we would go. Baby, we would sit at them buffets all day long. We ain't getting up. I'm not paying no $70 for no buffet, and you think I'm only gonna eat breakfast. I will be sitting here for breakfast. I will bring my iPad, my computer, my charger, my everything because I'm gonna sit here for dinner. I mean for lunch too, and I'm also gonna sit here for dinner. Is is child, what you talking? I'm gonna sit here, and we'll be camped out tonight and waiting for in the morning, waiting for y'all to put out the hot fresh breakfast in the morning. Will. It's crazy. I don't eat at buffets anymore either, but I mean, that's what Vegas is known for. Vegas was known for their buffets and stuff like that. So, you know, again, it's interesting that people say, long are the days of $1 buffets. $175 is ridiculous. And is that down to the Bellagio? Is that down to the what that said? $175? Shabu. Um, Vegas is going. I see Vegas plummeting before anything. Vegas gonna have a really hard time trying to catch up because y'all marking up the prices on everything, and the tourism is not tourism anymore. Folks ain't doing it no more. Folks ain't doing it no more. The only thing about a buffet is that they allow kids to fix their food, and some people don't wash their hands. Oh, that's why I don't eat at buffets now. Las Vegas is hurt because the Canadians decided not to go there because of the tariffs and immigration policies. That too, but Mama Bees, before any of that really happened, Vegas was already plummeting with prices, hotel prices skyrocketing. You know, it used to be you could get a hotel in Vegas for $25, $30 a night. Now you still gotta pay the resort fee, $25. Sometimes they buy $40. You still pay the resort fee, but that's not even the case anymore. Like you're not gonna find a room for that amount anymore. The rooms are now the amount of rooms that you would get if you were going to visit anywhere else. And then on top of that, you still have to pay the resort fee. So Vegas, in my opinion, the last time I went to Vegas was Stellar Awards 2000. I think it was right before the pandemic. So it had to be 2019. In 2019, they were already people were starting to not come because of the prices. Like they to me they've been trying to go that route, and it ain't gonna work for them. I promise you it ain't. But I believe what you're saying, Mama Bees. I'm just saying that they went downhill before that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've seen grown adults put their hands in food and scratch and wipe their nose. Yeah, I don't do the buffets. I just don't do the buffets because I even Golden Corral. Like I don't even really do first cafeteria, none of them buffets either, because I don't know what y'all doing back there. I don't do none of it. I don't do none of it. I don't do none of it. Did you know the story of maggots being in the drinks at Starbucks? I'm so glad I'm not a coffee drinker, and if I do, I would make it at home. No, I didn't hear about that. Ugh, I can't drink coffee no more. I can't drink coffee no more, but I did have some coffee not too long ago, and baby, it had me shook the hell up. Okay, I was at the hospital. That coffee had me over there doing the shiver. I was over there. You would have thought I was on that other stuff. Hmm. You'd have thought I was on that stuff. The way I was over there moving, but that's just how long it had been since I had coffee. Because I drink my coffee black, so it was strong. It was strong, and I also used to put espressos in it. So um, I would be over there just shaking and jittering and everything. I'd be like, okay, girl, now I can't be doing none of this. Yeah, the people probably thought I was on that stuff, Mocha drop that stuff. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that stuff. Hmm. Speaking of that stuff, y'all haven't paid attention to that picture with Nicki Minaj because y'all, whoever made that picture put some stuff on her right round in her nail. Oh, y'all, I gotta find that picture. I gotta find that picture. I gotta find that picture because y'all on the internet, y'all have no man. The way y'all cut up on the internet is crazy. Okay, the way y'all cut up on the internet, it's a picture of Nicki Minaj, and they they had changed her to her skin color to look white. But if you look at it, if you look close, they got that other white substance on there. I was like, yeah, y'all, yeah, yeah, y'all be tripping. Oh, you are a true coffee drinker, espresso. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, listen. I can't have it anymore. Um, I just in the morning now. I just make me a little hot tea and keep on moving. I can't do the coffee. Coffee sends me. Oh, it sends me. Um, as they should be wearing her dumbass out, stupid lady. Okay, y'all. In reality TV news, girl, somebody go over there and tell Somebody go over there and tell Lisa Wu to go sit her ass down. Okay. Lisa Wu coming for Nene Leakes is a mistake. So who gonna tell her? I think Lisa Wu, girl, I think you better. I do think you want to be back on TV. I do. I think you want to be back on TV, sis. And Lisa Wu, it's not far that people call you a drunk either, because every time you made an appearance with Sheree, you was always drunk. So I'm not mad at Nene for asking you, was you drunk? Girls, you drunk? Go get you some help. I ain't mad at Nene. But I can tell you really trying to get a moment, Lisa Wu, because you coming at Nene, and then she said up talking about, well, when Nene, when they ask Nene who she wants to bring back, she always says Kim Zolciak. She'll never say my name. Okay, Lisa, well, like girl, there's other folks' name that she don't say either, but you don't see them out here bitter and angry. She barely say Sheree name. You don't see Sheree doing interviews talking about, yeah, forget Nene, because Nene don't say my girl. Say your own name. No one is thinking about you, Lisa Wu. So like last night she posted this thing trying to call herself talking about Nene. Girl, I can't wait for Nene to read your ass down to the ground. Okay? That's what I can't wait. Lisa Wu helped Nene out in so many ways. How so? Help me out, Miss Katrina. How so? How so? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Maybe I'm missing something. How has Lisa? Because I would assume that Nene was helpful to Lisa as well. So how was Lisa Wu? Uh, how was she? Nah, Lisa Wu act. Mary don't act drunk. Mary's just really quirky. Mary is quirky, but the house Nene was staying in was in Lisa Wu's name. Oh, so we talking about from way back then? I'm pretty sure they done stuff for each other though. That still doesn't. So let me be clear. That still does not negate the fact that Lisa Wu could still be looking for moments. When Nene wasn't even on the show, Mama was still looking for moments. And Lisa Wu also have a past. I mean, also have a track record because she would do the same thing on Hollywood Divas. So that may be the case, and I think Nene has talked about that before. That may be the case, but that's way back then, girl. What has Nene probably done for Lisa Wu? I'm pretty sure there was some kind of exchange that happened. I don't think Nene has gone all these years without helping Lisa Wu or anything like that. Lisa Wu stayed looking for a moment, and it don't have to just be with Nene. It could be with anybody. She did it when she came on the show as a guest season 14. Lisa Wu has a track record of being drunk and being belligerent. And girl, Lisa Wu is irrelevant. Who cares about what Lisa Wu is bringing to the show? Talking about she would never do the show. They're not asking you to do the show, clearly. They're just asking you to be a guest of Sheree's. And Sheree ain't on the show. No, so back in 2022, 2023, when Carlos King had his show, Nightcap with Carlos King, Lisa Wu went off then talking about Nene never brings up her name when she talks about who she would want to come back on the show or who she would want to be on the show. She said that she would always say Kim and not say her name. To be fair, we may not like Kim, but Kim and Nene has had some iconic television that cannot be erased. And it is actually down in housewife history. Cheers to the girls' weekend. Cheers, bitch. You better watch those B words before I throw you over there in the ocean. Or when they got off a candy bus. I ain't sweetie. I ain't sweetie. Where is your scooter? Where is your scooter? There have been so many moments that Nene and Kim has made iconic television. Tell me a time where Lisa Wu has made iconic television. Oh, you talking about Jen Shaw? I thought you talking about Mary. Uh, 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 uh. Tell me one thing that Lisa Wu will be that we will remember. We won't remember that. So, like, to get mad at Nene for not saying your name, that ain't no shade. But you're not bringing anything to the show, because if you brought something to the show, they'd have been had you back. You've been guest multiple times. But I say the same thing about Deshaun Snow. Now, they say that Deshaun Snow does a lot of stuff within the city. They say that Deshaun Snow is very well rounded within the city. I believe it, right? And I wouldn't want to see Deshaun as. So when it comes to Lisa Wu and Deshaun, I would rather see them in a Sharice type of capacity, a friend of the show. Like, and you just come in every now and then. You film group scenes and that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think should be given. But child. Or Lisa Wu. Lisa Wu, she's irrelevant though. She's irrelevant. And last night, all the blogs posted what she said, and I was just like, girl, that didn't really hit like you think it did. It didn't hit like you think it did. It did not hit like you think it did. Hey, Miss Monet, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Okay, y'all, so listen. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. What? Hell, they all was. Okay, anyway. Child, I ain't gonna be watching y'all gonna watch the Grammys. Y'all watching the Grammys? I don't give a damn about no Grammys. No shade. But I mean, oh my gosh, so they was having there were 3 mass powings last night in Louisiana. My God. Yeah, I ain't watching no Grammys. I don't got Paramount. I ain't getting Paramount. I ain't watching no Grammys. I'm all right. I seen what I needed to see. I seen the people that they honored, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Okay, let me put this back up here. We got 75 people in the room. Put this back up here. I need y'all. Okay, everybody take a screenshot of what I'm about to put on the screen. Take a screenshot of what I am about to put on the screen. Okay? Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Okay? So, y'all have been asking. Okay? Y'all have been asking. Y'all have been wondering. Y'all have been, folks, listen. It's here. It's here. So we have the Cooking Up Mess with Chef DonDon virtual cooking classes that will start taking place next week on the 8th, which is February the 8th. You can book your spots. I'm going to put this on my community wall. When I put it on my community wall, I'm putting it on Instagram. I'm putting it on Facebook. I'm going to tell you right now that the seats are probably going to fill up fast. So go ahead and get your spot. It's only $30. Only $30. And then when you book if you book a second date, you get a discount off of that booking. Okay. To my Patreons, please pay attention to your to Patreon, because there's also another for my patrons only. It's only for my patrons. There's a coupon code for you guys to use to book your class. Okay. So there's only 25 seats. There's only 25 seats. So take a screenshot of this and go to the screenshot and click the QR code. Hold down the QR code and you can book everything on the app. Okay. Even if you can't do it next Sunday, you have the day after Valentine's Day, I believe, and then I believe you have the day after the week after that as well to attend. I mean to do this. So we're gonna be doing steak and chicken for our first steak and chicken, and then we're gonna do a creamy pasta. And then once you book your spot or reserve your spot, we will send out the grocery list. Okay, we'll send out the grocery list. Yes, this is for everybody that wants to cook together, do all of that. You can be on screen. You can do, yes, this is virtual. This is virtual. You can have your screen off if you're not comfortable with your screen on. If you want your screen on, you can have it on. If you need to take notes, you can take notes. Whatever you need to do, and you will also have access to the playback as well. So if you don't remember something, you can always go back and watch it again. Okay. Today I am making some baked chicken thighs. I'm gonna do a cauliflower because y'all know I'm on keto. I'm gonna do a cauliflower mac and cheese and some fresh green beans. That's what I'm gonna do today. But we're not having a class today. It starts next week on the 8th. And once you go, all of the questions that you need are right there. The only thing is that you will receive the grocery, not the grocery list, but the ingredient list right after. Take the QR code off shelf. The screenshot didn't work. It worked for me just now. It worked for me. Yeah, I saw what's going on with Shakari Richardson. I'll talk about that tomorrow. It worked for me. It worked for me. Yeah. Let me try it again. Yeah, it worked for me. So it should pull up uh, a website called Calendly. And you do have the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd to choose from. I don't know if maybe it's because of um maybe it's because of I don't know. Do you have an iPhone or Android? I don't know how to do it on Android. They say it work on Android too, but somebody with an Android try it for me real quick. But I'm about to put this on my community wall so that y'all, and it's also in my in Patreon as well. You have to tap the screen, it brings up the screenshot. Yeah. So save the screenshot, take the screenshot, save the screenshot, go to your photos, click on the QR code, hold it down, and it should open up a new. It should. I know on iPhone it asks you, do you want to open up a new website, copy link, or something like that. But let me just put the link in the chat. Y'all gotta do the same thing with the link though too. Give me 1 second. Copy. Let's go over here. YouTuber. Go to the YouTuber. Oh, let's talk about it. Melania Trump. Girl, you knew wasn't nobody coming to that whack ass that thing you over there doing. Girl, you knew wasn't nobody coming. And Trump did too. Why he gonna sit up here and pout talking about the people, the lawmakers don't show up. There gonna be consequences. I promise y'all, he's a bitch. He literally pouts about everything like some little kid. That's all he do. Is pout, 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 pout. But they say her movie ain't doing numbers. And guess what's number one? Our Forever First Lady's documentary is number one on Netflix. Hmm. Yeah, it flopped. It flopped. Don't nobody wanna see no gal that can't even read to the children. Can't even read a good book to the children. And you got the nerve to want to have a movie. And the man pouting because don't nobody want to go watch that movie. Child. Okay, so I'm gonna make this post on my community wall here shortly. Before I start cooking and getting ready for later on. Um, but I wanted to bring y'all the stories that we just talked about. Again, you can either screenshot this or I will put it on my community wall. Patreons, y'all found out about it yesterday. I did post it yesterday. It should say Patreon exclusive because you also have an exclusive discount as well. The reason being is because Patreon pays to, they pay for content, etc. over there on Patreon. So I wanted to give them a discount. So y'all, I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all out here in these streets, honey. For those of you that received a ton of snow, stay safe. You know what I mean? Stay safe. Don't get out if you don't have to. And, just enjoy your day. I was able to do it, but I had to move the chat to place it. It wasn't covering the code. The code is very case sensitive, so just remember that too. And the code is only one word. Eliminate the parentheses, eliminate the quotation marks as well. I was able to do it, but I had to move the chat to a place it wasn't covering the code. Oh, I see what you're saying. The chat was in the way of the screenshot. Got you. I see what you're saying. Hugs for nephew. Yeah, I do need some rest because I've been only getting a few hours of sleep a night. But I have to go in and make sure nephew's good. I don't know if y'all just heard that alarm go off. That's his alarm that went off a few minutes ago. But his nurse is in there, so she got to take it care of. Okay, y'all. Well, listen, y'all have a good day. I'm trying to think. I'll talk about that tomorrow. In the morning. All right. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.